Hey guys, welcome to another video. This is video number 6 out of the 1 week challenge. I have one more video to go after this. But today's video we're going to be comparing the old Dominar 400 versus the RS200 BS6. I know the Dominar 400 is more powerful, but it's what's more important, not the power figures, but how each bike makes you feel on the road and what is the exact taste of the motorcycle.
Today we're going to be Jones and you can see his red Dominar over there. दूर से दिखता है Dominar. What's up?
Interesting fact, the Dominar 400 and the RS200 were actually developed together in the same year almost, but they were known as different, the Dominar was known as the Pulsar CS400 at that time, and the RS200 was known as the SS400. So the RS200 was supposed to be a 400, but then I think they made it a 200.
So this is the old Dominar with the normal forks, and oh my god, fucking comfortable this guy made his seats, man. This thing doesn't feel like an old bike despite its what it might look like, and the fact that it is old, it is the older Dominar. It's very smooth. The Dominar 400 definitely sounds good. Fuck. In the Dominar 250 and now I'm riding the Dominar 400, but the old Dominar 400, and I can tell you that the old Dominar 400, the steering is very light compared to even the 250 and maybe even the 400, because this is normal forks, na, so it'll obviously be easier to steer. This guy has put handlebar risers, so you know the leverage is a little bit more, so I kind of like it. But I mean, the old Dominar didn't have any problem, so to say. You didn't need upside down forks, but they gave it to pump up the feature set. But now what happens is that the new Dominars, the 400 and the 250, they are very front heavy. They want to tip onto one side, which kind of maybe. What? So smooth. Yeah, na? BS6. The power has come down.
What is that?
But the power has come down.
What?
But the pickup has come down compared to BS4. The thing is, the Dominar is heavy, no? And it's longer also, so I am a little cautious. And my rule is what? If it is someone else's bike, you don't fuck with it. Because you don't know now how it will behave. Like, so the 250, the Dominar 250, upside down. So it's heavy to steer.
Okay.
This
you
is
mean the turning angle is less.
Not the angle, the input that you have to give. The Dominar you have to give the new 400 and the 250. You have to give more energy. This it is.
The USGs are heavier.
Yeah. Yeah. The USGs are heavy and they're not soaking the way you want it. It's very stiff. So we're going to do a small 0 to 100 test. I know that the Dominar is faster, but still. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Chal, I'll leave.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
It was good to see you, dude.
Ride आराम से हाँ. Chal, see you. Today we are taking the sports bike.
Why are you taking this?
Why means? Now it's hot now.
Take that one. This don't take.
Don't you want to sit on the sports bike?
No. Put it. Take that. You like the key
Yes.
of that.
That is on top now. We'll take this one anyway.
Come on, first. First go to Hirsch. From Hirsch I'll go to
Good.
Pune and then what are you doing?
It's recording.
Hey!
Hello guys, I hope you all enjoyed that video. So Jones has not ridden the RS200 before and his impressions are extremely valuable to this video. So he felt that the bike was very smooth, but that's expected with BS6 and a new motorcycle. You expect the bike to be smooth. But also he felt extremely connected with the RS200 and the way you sit on it, the way your hands are placed on the handlebar. And he felt that you can ride that bike fast. And that's very important that he says that, because reviewers have been saying this for the longest time, that the RS200 is that one bike that, you know, it's very comfortable in the city for commuting. It's very comfortable out on the highway. It has decent amount of power even for the highway. But if you plan to take that on the track, it can still be thrashed around and you will absolutely enjoy yourself. You'll have a lot of fun. It's not a lazy motorcycle just because it looks like a sport tourer. It can do decent track times, and I think I'm very confident that it will thrash the R15 on the track, because tracks is not only about straight line. Maybe the R15 is, you know, fast in the straight line and in the top end, but by the time you get there, the corner will come, you will have to turn in, and the RS200 is pretty good in corners also. So that's Jones' impression on the RS200. Now I'll tell you my impressions on the Dominar 400. So the Dominar was always marketed as a Royal Enfield killer. So they wanted to replace the 350s and the 500s that Royal Enfield had, which people mainly used for touring. Now from that aspect, obviously the Royal Enfield is, you know, it's a classic, so it has a different fan following. But for touring, the Dominar absolutely nails it. There are few things that you need for touring. The bike needs to be comfortable. You know, you need to have a good seat, a good suspension. The wheelbase is longer on the Dominar, which is directly related to its touring routes. Now, another thing that you need to do while touring is, when you're touring for 1,000 kilometers or more, you're not riding hard. You're riding at a constant pace, and when you see some obstacle, you overtake. So you should have a good cruising speed and ample amount of grunt to make a overtake if required. And that's what the Dominar 400 has, and has always had that. More so with the new 400, but the old 400 also was not less. And that's what I felt like, you know, I was riding it and I was like, when you open the gas, it goes. But it's not fanatic, it's not aggressive. Because when you ride 390 KTMs on the RCs, you open the gas and it just wants to run. And that is not a touring aspect, but what the Dominar has is a very touring related aspect. Even the long wheelbase and the fact that it's very lazy. That means when you're touring for 1,000 kilometers and you're at 900 kilometers and you have 100 kilometers to go and you're tired, you don't want to be freaking worried about overtaking and sudden acceleration and all of that. You just want to take things at your own pace, and I think the Dominar 400 does that well. So that is all for this video. The RS200 is an extremely smooth bike and is very capable. It's a jack of all trades. The Dominar 400 on the highway, it is king. It's not the fastest bike out there, but on the highway, there's nothing more comfortable than that, unless you're going into twin cylinder territory. But at that price point, I think there's nothing to beat the Dominar in that category. There is no other. The Mojo tried to come close, but the Mojo, you know what happened to the Mojo. And the RS200, there is no other bike in that category that does all of those things. So they are the king of their own category, and I hope you all have enjoyed this video. I will see you in the next one. This is video 6 of the 7-day challenge. Tomorrow would be the last video. As usual, like, share, subscribe, all the good stuff, and I will see you in the next one.